What's up, champions? I'm Lane.
And I'm Super Champion Dave, and welcome back to Touring History X, Y, and Z, where we explore how different generations define excellence, and frankly, whether anyone can truly achieve perfection, like us.
Oh, speaking of perfection,
Yeah.
Dave, I have to say you are absolutely nailing that gymnastics uniform today. Very sparkly, very fitted. I'm getting serious Olympic vibes.
Thanks. I just got off the rings, and boy, my armpits sweaty. Look, it was either this or the medieval knight costume, and I
No,
thought,
no,
too
no.
much
This is
armor.
perfect. I mean, you're literally a perfect 10 right now, Dave. Speaking of which, let's talk about our sponsor, GEARYS Rolex Boutiques of Los Angeles.
Speaking of a perfect 10, thank you, Lane, I know that you think about watches, but if you want a perfect 10 watch, get a Rolex, because when you're aiming for perfection, you need precision timing. Geary's has locations in Beverly Hills, Century City, and Santa Monica, serving up Swiss excellence since, well, before any of us were scoring perfect 10s. Yes.
That's right. So visit RolexBoutique-RodeoDrive.com and discover watches that perform flawlessly every time, unlike Dave's attempt to do a back handspring during the commercial
Yeah, my
break.
neck is still killing me about that one. It's a warm-up routine.
Sure, it was. Perfect 10. It's July 18th, everyone, and what really gets me about this date is how it's all about moments when humans transcend what we thought was possible, for better and for worse. All right, let's move into our birthdays, shall we?
Yes. Birthday legends include action powerhouse Vin Diesel at 57, proving that family is everything, even when your family consists entirely of cars and explosions and theft.
Yes, and global superstar Priyanka Chopra at 42, Frozen's Kristen Bell at 44, and the absolute legend Nelson Mandela, born in 1918.
Yes. You know that Nelson Mandela was one of the only people that the Queen of England allowed to call her Elizabeth.
No,
Pretty amazing. It was always Your Majesty or yes, yes, ma'am. But she let him call her Elizabeth.
that's pretty
Huh.
cool. That is neat.
Yeah. Mandela was basically scored a perfect 10 in human decency, which is considerably harder than sticking a gymnastics landing.
Yeah,
Trust
you
me.
try sticking a landing there, Dave. I don't know. Unlike Dave's earlier vault attempt, but hey, you looked great doing it.
Yes, thank you. Twisted like a pretzel right now, but anyway, you go ahead and tell us about somebody who was really perfect.
All right. Yes. The inspiration for Dave's outfit today, July 18th, 1976, 14-year-old Nadia Comaneci scores the first perfect 10 in Olympic gymnastics history at the Montreal Olympics, basically breaking the sport's scoring system because they didn't think anyone could actually be perfect.
And here's why this resonates so deeply with Gen X. You're the generation that learned that sometimes perfection is actually achievable. Just ask me and Lane. But the systems around you aren't prepared to handle it. Again, just ask us.
That's true. The scoreboards literally couldn't display 10.00, so they showed 1.00 instead. It's the most Gen X metaphor ever. Achieve perfection, get completely misunderstood by the establishment.
Now, if they had a Rolex timing or Rolex display, it would
It'd be
definitely have
right on
shown
time.
10. But anyway, I digress. So, Gen X grew up understanding that excellence doesn't guarantee recognition and that institutions aren't often equipped to handle innovation.
Yeah, we learned that sometimes being the best means breaking the system that was supposed to measure you. Nadia was so good, she made the Olympics look amateur.
And she looked good in a leotard as well. And Gen X applied this lesson everywhere in careers, relationships, technology. You learned not to wait for institutions to catch up to your potential. You just did it.
Speaking of perfect tens,
Yeah. That's me.
Dave's form right now is absolutely impeccable,
Thank you.
very symmetrical.
That's right. You know, perfect tens do exist. Excuse me, but can we focus on history? Let's talk about Intel. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, go ahead.
Everybody knows that sound, right? They don't use it anymore, though, do they? Anyway, they don't advertise anymore, I don't think. But July 18th, 1968, Intel is founded in Mountain View, California, launching the company that would basically power the entire digital revolution and prove that sometimes a really good idea can change absolutely everything. But did you know a little known fact about when they were making their chips? They couldn't figure out why they kept failing. I mean,
They used old potatoes,
well,
maybe?
yes, I know. Not that kind of chip,
Oh,
Lane.
computer chips.
No, they figured it out that because, and this is why they have clean rooms now, is that when the production line was going along, there was a break, and every time somebody went to the bathroom, they'd come back and work on the line, and they figured out that the guys who were going to the bathroom didn't wash their hands, and therefore they were getting everything messed up because,
Oh, you saying there was some S was on the
yeah.
chips?
And
Oh,
so,
no.
yeah, yeah. And so that was the genesis for the quote unquote clean room, where they're all in those white outfits that look like they're going to clean up a nuclear reactor. So,
Wow. That's interesting bit of trivia there,
yes,
Dave.
yeah.
Some interesting S. How does this tie to millennials, Dave?
Well,
Do they wash their hands
yeah,
better, I hope?
exactly. Millennials are much cleaner than, well, the younger generation. Millennials are the first generation to grow up completely immersed in Intel powered technology, but they also are the first to understand that innovation doesn't automatically create equality.
That's fascinating. So Intel enabled all the digital tools that define modern life, but millennials had to deal with the social consequences.
Yeah, because it was all guys working in the factory. Intel made smartphones, social media, and the gig economy possible. But millennials inherited a world where technological advancement coexisted with stagnant wages and economic
So
insecurity.
it's like the millennials got all the cool gadgets, but none of the economic stability that previous generations enjoyed. The technology was perfect, but the system distributing its benefits was completely broken. So enjoy those toys.
Yes, eat it up.
We'll keep the money.
Millennials learned that just because technology can solve problems doesn't mean it will solve problems fairly.
Yeah. And unlike our perfect 10 over here,
Thank you.
technology doesn't always land gracefully for everyone.
Oh, my back is killing me. I'm starting to regret this outfit choice. Oh, it's snug.
Better to look good than to feel good,
Yes, I
Dave.
know. Well, all right. Speaking of things that always perform flawlessly, thank you, Lane. GEARYS Rolex watches. Unlike my gymnastics routine, a Rolex delivers precision every single time. It's a perfect time on your wrist.
Yeah, GEARYS has locations in Beverly Hills, Century City, and Santa Monica because even perfect timing needs the perfect setting. Dave might not be sticking every landing, but a Rolex will stick to schedule.
Damn tootin'. Visit RolexBoutique-RodeoDrive.com and invest in Swiss perfection that doesn't require spandex, although it should.
And although Dave does make spandex look surprisingly dignified,
Thank
very
you.
Olympic Village chic, Dave.
Ouch. Anyway, talk about snug. Woohoo. Anyway, Lane,
Let's move.
tell us about, yeah, what happened when that crazy guy with a little mustache wrote a book?
Well, back in July 18th, 1925, Adolf Hitler publishes Mein Kampf, creating a blueprint for fascism that would devastate the world and proving that sometimes the most dangerous ideas come with detailed instruction manuals.
Yeah.
An actual book. Just, this is what we're going to do. Please believe us when we're going to do it. And then people say, no, they would never do that. And then they
Right.
do.
Yeah, that was one book the National Socialists should have burned, but they didn't. And Gen Z approaches this completely differently than previous generations.
How so, Dave?
Well, Gen Z doesn't see Mein Kampf as ancient history. They see it as,
No, they don't.
oh, no, they're very smart about this one. They see it as a case study and how extremist content spreads through media platforms and becomes normalized. Yikes.
Yeah, that's chilling. So, where older generations might focus on the historical context, Gen Z is studying the mechanics of radicalization.
Yeah, Gen Z grew up watching extremist content spread through social media algorithms. So they understand how dangerous ideas get packaged, distributed, and mainstreamed to make it look like they're, sort of harmless, fun things.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They're like content moderation experts who learned by watching democracy get attacked through memes and recommendation engines.
Mm-hmm. Gen Z doesn't have the luxury of thinking, oh, that could never happen here. Huh, we're the United States of America. Because they've watched it almost happen in real time multiple
Yeah,
times.
it's like they're scoring perfect tens in recognizing fascist rhetoric before it becomes fascist policy.
And unlike my actual gymnastics scoring, which would be a generous at 3, sorry.
Hey, I said you were a perfect 10, but I didn't specify in what category.
Oh, well, thank you. But so July shows us 3 different types of perfection, not me, and their consequences.
Yes, Gen X learned that achieving perfection often breaks the systems measuring you. Millennials discovered that technological perfection doesn't guarantee social progress. And Gen Z developed perfect pitch for detecting dangerous ideas before they spread.
Ah, perfect pitch. From breaking scoreboards to broken promises to breaking dangerous patterns. Each generation mastered different aspects of excellence.
Yeah, and so thanks to GEARYS, Rolex Boutiques for sponsoring a show about perfection with products that actually achieve it. Visit RolexBoutique-RodeoDrive.com for Swiss precision.
If July 18th's lessons about perfection resonated with you, like and subscribe and send us a voice memo about a time when you achieved something so well it broke the system.
And we'll put it in says so and hope he doesn't break
Ha!
your voice or anything. Hopefully, he'll deliver it better
Oh, the
than Dave
pommel.
did his
Oof,
pommel horse
that was
routine.
just one time, Lane.
Until next time, this has been Touring History X, Y, and Z.
Where perfection is possible, just not by me, but perfect outfits are apparently
You,
mandatory.
you
Yes.
really do look fantastic, Dave. Perfect 10. Never
Hey,
change,
tight
Dave.
fitting
Never
always works,
change.
right?